Hello everyone, this is Dr. Pooja Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Management at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences, bringing to you a very engrossing concept, BCG Product Portfolio Matrix, which is the most renowned corporate portfolio analysis tool. Not only is this tool of high significance for the corporates, but also for those students of BBA, MBA and MCOM who are trying to understand the strategic management process through their curriculum. Let us look at the learning objectives of today's module. We will be covering the definition of BCG, we'll be looking at the important concepts, the elements of BCG matrix, we'll be looking at the importance of BCG, steps of BCG, relevant examples, which is the most important part to understand the BCG model. So guys, hope you are ready with a paper and a pen. Start jotting the key takeaways. BCG matrix or the growth share chart was created by Bruce T. Henderson for Boston Consulting Group in the early 1970s. BCG or growth share matrix helps the corporations to analyze the SBUs or strategic business units. It also helps the companies to allocate resources. It works as an analytical tool in brand marketing, product management, strategic management, as well as portfolio analysis. Market share and market growth. BCG considers two very different aspects of a business unit. What is the current market share and what is the market's growth potential? BCG matrix has 4 cells with the horizontal axis representing the relative market share and the vertical axis denoting market growth rate. So first let's understand what's relative market share. Market share is equal to the business unit sales this year divided by the strongest competitor sales. So the higher your market share, the higher will be your proportion of the market you control. Market growth is equal to the individual sales for the current year minus the individual sales for the last year, and this will be divided by the strongest competitor sales. So markets experience high growth are the ones where the total market share available is expanding and there is a plenty of opportunity for every player. So as you can see, there is a horizontal axis as well as the vertical axis, and there are 4 cells. The first cell is called the star, the second cell is called the question mark, and the third one is called the cash cow, and the fourth cell we call it as dogs. The midpoint of the relative market share is set at 1 if all the SBUs are in the same industry. The average growth rate of the industry is used. While if all the SBUs are located in different industries, for example Samsung, then the midpoint is set at the growth rate of the economy. So as we can see from this graph that there are 4 quadrants and having like the stars enjoying high growth potential, high market share, whereas the dogs have low growth potential and low market share. So let us try to understand about each of these stars, these cash cows, these dogs, as well as the question marks. So let's first understand about the question marks. So question marks are those SBUs or businesses which represent low market share and high growth industry. They are those products which are like, for example, startups or new products which have a very good commercial prospect. Question marks require a huge amount of investment. Why? Because they want to gain or maintain market share and to become a star. That's very important that you need to remember. No doubt the market has growth opportunities, but still these products have not succeeded to take the benefits of the market opportunities to such an extent that they could be recognized as a star. Stars are the next. They are the leaders in business. These products, they have rapid growth. They have the dominant market share. However, they require heavy investment to maintain this position and to maintain this large market share. Furthermore, the stars lead to a large amount of cash consumption and cash generation. Therefore, an attempt should be made to hold the market share and support further growth. Otherwise, a star could become a cash cow. Cash cows are the category which represent businesses having large market share, but these are now in the slow growing industry. Right? So businesses under this category, what will they do? They will follow stability strategies. Cash cows require little investment. Why? Because these are also called as cash generators. They are also called as net revenue generators for the firms. Right? So when these cash cows, they lose their appeal and they move towards a decline, then the corporates will shift from stability strategies to retrenchment strategies. Next, we understand the fourth quadrant, that is dogs. Dogs represent businesses which have low market share as well as a low growth market. These are those firms which have low market share. Why? Because maybe the poor quality of their products, maybe ineffective markets or high costs. Dogs neither generate cash nor they require a huge amount of cash. Due to the low market share, these firms face cost disadvantages. So now let's understand, why do we need, or why do corporates need BCG matrix? To assess the profiles of the products and the businesses, the cash demands of the products, the development of the cycles of the products, the resource allocation, as well as disinvestment decisions, particularly in case of dogs. BCG matrix has a strong connection with the product life cycle. The question marks represent the firms or businesses which are at the introduction phase. This is when new products are being introduced into the market. Stars, they are present at the growth stage. These are the SBUs where the products are in the growth stage and the sales are increasing at the fastest rate. Cash cows, as you can see, this is the maturity stage of the product life cycle, when the sales are near their highest, but the rate of growth is slowing down due to saturation in the market. And last one is the decline stage of the product life cycle, where you can find the firms which have become dogs. These are in the decline phase and the sales have already started to fall. So let's understand the steps of BCG matrix. How do corporates go about it? Let's say you are in the top management of a company, right? So number one, what are you going to do? You will be identifying and dividing the company into SBUs. That's number one. Number two, you will be assessing comparing the prospects of each SBU according to their relative market share, as well as the growth rate of the SBU's industry. Number three, you will be classifying the SBUs on the basis of the BCG matrix, that is the 4 cells. And number 4, we will be developing strategic objectives for each of the SBU. So next we will evaluate the BCG matrix and try to understand the benefits of BCG. As you see, BCG is a very simple and easy to understand model, right? So it helps us to quickly and simply screen the opportunities which are available and helps the managers to think how they can make the most of them. It also is used to identify how the corporate cash resources can best be used to maximize a company's future growth and profitability. And let's look at the limitations of BCG matrix. BCG uses only 2 dimensions, relative market share as well as the market growth rate. Problems of getting data on market share, market growth are a little cumbersome. High market shares does not mean profit all the time, right? And businesses with low market share can also be profitable sometime. So we'll understand BCG model with the help of some relevant examples of your favorite brands like Amazon, Coca-Cola. So let us understand from a brand manager of Coca-Cola how he has divided or how he has done BCG for his products, right? He has put Kinley, which is their star. Fanta is one of the very famous SBUs, and he has kept that as his question mark. Cash cows are their Coca-Cola, which is the brand which they have originated. Diet Coke, which they had come up with in later years, is their dog. So now let's do a BCG for Amazon, right? So if you see who are their stars, the industry for electronic items is growing, creating vast opportunities for further growth of Amazon. question marks, Prime Video is the leading market share, therefore it comes under the question mark category. Cash cows, Amazon has generated a great deal of cash through their Kindle. And dog, for Amazon, MP3 has not been able to provide the company with any solid financial gains. I wanted you to also understand BCG of a FMCG product, fast moving consumer goods, so that you understand how when a company has large product line, wide product line, more than 100 products, how do they do their BCG? So look at this. For example, it is for HUL. Who are their stars? Surf Excel, Lux, Annapurna Atta, Ponds, Kisan Tomato Ketchup. Who are the question marks? Rin, Pepsodent, Domex. Let's come to the cash cows. Cash cows are the net revenue generators. So who is giving the maximum revenue? It is the Axe deodorants as well as Vaseline. And who is their dog? Whom they might be planning to disinvest the money is their Wheel detergent powder. So next example we'll take of Google. If we see here in Google, who is their star? All of you might be taking the guesses by now. It is Google Maps as well as YouTube. Who is their question mark? If you see, we have Google Docs and Google Drive. Who is their cash cow? Who is giving them maximum money? From where are you searching every minute? That is Google Search as well as Android One. And who is the dog? The dog is Google Play, movies and television. So students, we conclude now that the BCG matrix, also known as the Boston Growth Share Matrix, is a tool to assess a company's current product portfolio. Based on this assessment, the Boston matrix helps in the long-term strategic planning of the company's portfolio as it indicates where to invest, to discontinue or to develop products. Hoping that you have gained the gist of this concept. Thank you so much. See you soon in my next module. Till then, don't stop dreaming and do something great.